Welcome to Quick Literature Academy. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more literature videos. Watch this video till the end. We are going to go through the solved paper of English Literature, September 2020. Who among the following wrote Mazeppa, a long narrative poem about a 17th century military leader of Ukraine? The answer is B. Lord Byron. Match the list 1 and 2. The answer is C. Horace, Ars Poetica, John Dryden of Dramatic Poesy, Samuel Daniel, A Defense of Rhyme, and Ben Jonson, Timber or Discoveries. Which British administrator sought to make everything as English as possible in a country which resembles England in nothing, as recorded by Sir Thomas Munro? The answer is Lord Cornwallis. Arrange the following in the chronological order of publication. The answer is C. Course in General Linguistics, followed by How to Do Things with Words, followed by Aspects of the Theory of Syntax, followed by Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language. Which one of the following statements is appropriately true of Harold Pinter's plays? The answer is C. Menace is in the air, but it is not pinned down or explained. Which of the following poems by Philip Larkin deals with the trauma of a rape victim who says, "Even so distant, I can taste the grief"? The answer is A. Deceptions. Match the list 1 and 2. The answer is B. George Orwell wrote Why I Write. Michael de Montaigne wrote On the Cannibals. Charles Lamb wrote On the Artificial Comedy of the Last Century, and Jonathan Swift wrote A Modest Proposal. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reason R. Assertion A. Signs are never neutral or innocent. Reason R. In all cases, signs are organized into systems that convey some meaning. In the light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. The answer is A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Match list 1 and 2. The correct answer is B. John Keats wrote Comic. William Wordsworth wrote The Excursion. P.B. Shelley wrote Aleister, and William Blake wrote Songs of Experience. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. Consumption is an outcome of self-interest and a maximization of personal pleasure. Statement 2. There are strong correlations between social status and such things as housing styles, musical tastes, and food preferences. In the light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. The answer is A. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are true. In Anxiety of Influence, which of the following definitions is given by Harold Bloom to explain the term clinamen? The answer is B. Poetic misprision. Who among the following believe that rhyme is not an integral part of poetry? The answer is B. Horace and Philip Sidney only. Who said of the blank verse, quoting an unnamed critic, that it is verse only to the eye, adding further that it has neither the easiness of prose nor the melody of numbers? The answer is D. Samuel Johnson. Which two of the following dramatists are associated with the epic theatre? The answer is B. Bertolt Brecht and Arnold Brunnen only. Arrange the following terms in the chronological order of emergence. The correct order is C. Stream of consciousness, followed by defamiliarization, followed by practical criticism, followed by heresy of paraphrase. Which two of the following works does Walter Pater regard as examples of great art in his essay style? The answer is C. The Divine Comedy and Les Miserables only. Match list 1 and list 2. The answer is B. Paul Grice, Cooperative Principle, Edward Sapir, Linguistic Relativity, Ferdinand de Saussure, Linguistic Science, Nancy Dorian, Language Death. Which two of the following are the titles of the sections in Thomas de Quincey's The English Mail Coach? The answer is C. The Vision of Sudden Death and The Glory of Motion only. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. The Orientalists in British India were not sympathetic towards India's ancient learning. Statement 2. William Jones thought that in imagination, ratiocination, and philosophy, Indians were by no means inferior to Europeans. The correct answer is D. Statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is true. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as Assertion A and the other is labeled as Reason R. Assertion A. Research methods are a range of tools that are used for different types of inquiry. Reason R. The tools used in research are products of the situations in which they are applied. In light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. The answer is B. Both A and R are true, and R is not the correct explanation of A. Match list 1 and list 2. The correct answer is C. Michael de Certeau, The Practice of Everyday Life. John Fiske, Understanding Popular Culture. Pierre Bourdieu, Distinction. Janice Radway, Reading the Romance. Who among the following presented the concept of multi-accentuality of the sign, saying that signs possess an inner dialectical quality and evaluative accent? The answer is Valentin Voloshinov. Which two of the following inspired the rise of the periodical essay? The answer is C. Francis Bacon and Michael de Montaigne. Arrange the following in the chronological order of publication. The answer is D. Sons and Lovers, followed by A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, followed by Crome Yellow, followed by Mrs. Dalloway. Which one of the following statements is true about Aristotle's Poetics? The answer is D. He asserted the value of poetry by focusing on imitation, mimesis rather than rhetoric. Which two of the following oppositions are best evoked by Hamlet's utterance, to be or not to be? The answer is A. Between life and death and between affirmation and confirmation only. Which among the following are the two great masters of the French language that T.S. Eliot contrasts with Dryden and Milton in the Metaphysical Poets? The answer is C. Jean Rakin and Charles Baudelaire only. Who among the following feminist theorists posited a separate realm of female experience captured in a style of writing different from men's? The answer is D. Lucy Irigaray and Helen Sixers only. Which two texts among the following are linked to literary feminism? The answer is C. The Yellow Wallpaper and A Room of One's Own only. What is the subject of Ivan's controversial essay in Brothers Karamazov? The answer is D. Ecclesiastical Courts. Who makes the following speech in Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot? Astride of a grave and difficult birth, down in the hole, lingeringly the gravedigger puts on the forceps. The answer is C. Vladimir. Which two poems in the following list are examples of dramatic monologue? The answer is D. Alfred Tennyson, Ulysses, and Carol Ann Duffy's Medusa only. Arrange the following plays in the chronological order of publication. The answer is B. The Country Wife, followed by All for Love, followed by Venice Preserved, followed by The School for Scandal. Who among the following linguists proposed the terms competence and performance? The answer is D. Noam Chomsky. Who among the following theorists particularly emphasized the social and historical dimensions of a text reception? The answer is Hans Robert Jauss. As mentioned in my first acquaintance with poets, which poet does William Hazlitt describe as the only person I ever knew who answered the idea of a man of genius? The answer is A. Coleridge. Which one of the following assumptions best expresses the position of post-structuralist criticism? The answer is C. Apprehension of reality is a construct. Which of the following novels is structured into a poem of 999 lines, preceded by a foreword, followed by a commentary and an index? The answer is B. Pale Fire. What game do the characters play in Act 2 of Harold Pinter's The Birthday Party? The answer is C. Blind Man's Buff. Which one among the following is a set of the Metaphysical Poets? The answer is C. John Donne, Henry Vaughan, and Andrew Marvell. Harry wrote a poem on the mountains. Which two of the following are admissible statements about the above sentence? The answer is B. The sentence is an example of structural ambiguity, and the sentence involves two deep structures. Who among the following coined the dictum, "The medium is the message"? The answer is C. Marshall McLuhan. Which book of Paradise Lost incorporates the speech rhythms of Adam and Eve's martial quarrel? The answer is D. Book 9. Which one of the following journals publishes articles related to critical theory exclusively? The answer is B. Diacritics. Which one of the following best explains the term paralanguage? The answer is B. The ways in which people show what they mean other than by the words they use. Match list 1 and list 2. The answer is B. Superreader, Michael Refractory, Biopower, Michael Foucault, Bricolage, Claude Lévi-Strauss, Chronotape, Mikhail Bakhtin. Arrange the following in the chronological order of publication. The correct answer is C. Advancement of Learning, followed by the Lives of the Poets, followed by On Heroes and Hero Worship, and followed by The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. To which mythological character is Faustus compared in the prologue of Dr. Faustus? The answer is C. Icarus. According to his essay Civil Disobedience, what two things did Thoreau learn from the night he spent in jail? The answer is B. He concluded that the state is ultimately weak, and he realized that the neighbors are only friends during good times. Which two of the following statements are applicable to meta-language? It is The answer is C. A technical language which describes the properties of language, and a second-order language only. Which two of the following aspects are to be scrupulously followed to avoid the trap of plagiarism? The answer is D. Acknowledgement and citation only. Arrange the following 18th century magazines in the chronological order of publication. The answer is D. The Gentleman's Magazine, followed by the Monthly Review, followed by the Rambler, followed by the Critical Review. Which two of the following poems are by Robert Browning? The answer is D. The Pied Piper of Hamelin and The Lady of Shalott. Which of the following are the major themes in William Congreve's The Way of the World? The answer is B. Love and intrigue. On December 11, 1823, Raja Ram Mohan Roy addressed a letter to the British authority which pleaded for modern Western education and is considered historically important for the introduction of English education in India. Who was the letter addressed to? The answer is A. Lord Amherst. Which one of the following is correct about Saussure's analysis of language? The answer is A. La langue is the system of a language. Which one of the following essays holds that as a method, realism is a complete failure? The answer is B. Oscar Wilde, The Decay of Lying. Which two of the following strictly follow the parameters of documentation prescribed by the 8th edition of the MIA Handbook? The answer is C. A and D only. Which one of these statements defines the scope of semiotics? The answer is B. Semiotics is a study of science systems. Which of these statements describe correctly the basic assumption of structuralism? The answer is B. A, D, and E only. Lala Kanshi Ram is a character in B. Chaman Nahal's Azadi. Which one of the following Sherlock Holmes stories refers to a significant event in English history? The answer is A. The Musgrove Ritual. Match list 1 and list 2. The answer is A. Archaic Creature or Archaic Writing by Jacques Derrida, Cyborg, Donna Haraway, Genotext, Julia Kristeva, and Hermeneutic Circle, Frederick Schleiermacher. Arrange the following plays in their chronological order. The answer is C. The Spanish Tragedy, followed by Cymbeline, followed by The Country Wife, followed by The Rivals. Which among the following novels includes a questionnaire for the reader, such as Do you like the story so far? Yes, no. The answer is C. Snow White by Donald Bartholomew. Which two terms from among the following are specifically linked to the work of Pierre Bourdieu? The answer is B. Habitus and distinction only. Which two of the following books are explorations of the art of the novel by novelists? The answer is D. The Naive and the Sentimental Novelist and Testaments Betrayed only. Harold Skimpole is a character in. The answer is A. Bleak House. Macaulay's Minute of 1835 South 2. The answer is A. Promote European literature and science among the natives and stop expenditure on the publication of Oriental works and spend funds only on English education. Arrange the following women by novelists in the chronological order by date of birth. The answer is C. Fanny Burney, followed by Anne Radcliffe, followed by Maria Edgeworth, followed by Jane Austen, followed by Anne Bront. Arrange the following critical works in their chronological order of publication. The answer is C. A Defense of Rhyme, followed by Life of Colley, followed by Preface to Lyrical Ballads, followed by The Frontiers of Criticism. Who is the author of A Fragment, 1819, one of the earliest vampire short stories in English? The answer is B. Lord Byron. The Duchess of Malfi is based on B. An Italian novella. Poetry, according to Sir Philip Sidney, is of three kinds. They are. The answer is D. Religious, philosophical, and imaginative. Which two of the following events are described in Samuel Pepys' diary? The answer is A. The Plague in London and The Great Fire of London. Which, according to Thomas Hobbes, is the only science God has bestowed on mankind that informs the structure of his monumental work, Leviathan? The answer is D. Geometry. Who among the following is known to have popularized the term glocalization? The answer is A. Ronald Robertson. In which of the Bog poems does Seamus Heaney speak about the perishable treasure of a body, murdered, forgotten, nameless, terrible? The answer is D. Strange Fruit. Arrange the following authors in the chronological order of their birth. The answer is C. John Dryden, followed by Geoffrey Chaucer, followed by Alexander Pope, followed by William Langland, followed by Oscar Wilde. Which two character speakers among the following exhibit the studious abstraction of scholars? The answer is B. Hamlet and Second, penseroso only. Match list 1 and list 2. The answer is C. Monuments of unaging intellect. Sailing to Byzantium in the foul rag and bone shop of the heart. The circus animals' desertion. So mastered by the brute blood of the air, Leda and the swan, as weary-hearted as that hollow moon, Adam's curse. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as Assertion A and the other is labeled as Reason R. Assertion A: the introduction of English in India was primarily for the benefit and consolidation of British power. Reason R: English catered to the social and economic aspirations of the emerging middle class and urban elites in India. The answer is B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Which two rivers are mentioned by Andrew Marvell at the beginning of his To His Coy Mistress? The answer is C. The Ganges and the Humber. Which two terms among the following are associated with formalist criticism? The answer is C. Aura and narrative only. Which two terms among the following are associated with formalist criticism? The answer is C. Aura and narrative. The lives of which of the following writers have been the subject matter of novels by Anthony Burgess? The answer is D. Marlowe and Keats. A research hypothesis is. The answer is C. A provisional explanation of anything, and a statement which is assumed to be true for the sake of argument. Who among the following was the first director of the Central Institute of English and Foreign Languages, Hyderabad, now EFL University? The answer is A. Professor V.K. Gokak. Match list 1 and list 2. The answer is B. Match list 1 and list 2. The answer is A. The deductive method differs from the inductive method in drawing its conclusions from D. General truths. Comprehension. You may pause and read the passage. Match list 1 and list 2. The answer is C. Her hair, a harp, pillows, cloud, breeze, player, cheeks, rose. Match list 1 and list 2. The answer is A. Her hair, a harp. Metaphor. The hand of a breeze. Synecdoche. Seems the stone face. Simile. My waking dream. Oxymoron. Which among the following best describe the lady's face at dawn she lay asleep? The answer is B. The side view of her face appears to be that of a sculpted angel's. Comprehension. You may again pause and read the paragraph. Logic cannot have any empirical part because the answer is B. It propounds laws whose applicability can be shown, and its laws are valid for all thought. Based on the given passage, which two of the following statements are correct? The answer is D. For natural philosophy, nature influences the laws, and moral philosophy accounts for what should be. You may again pause and read the passage. In the passage, the church officer is asked to whip his own back rather than the prostitutes because the answer is C. Men like him make them prostitutes. Who speaks these lines and to whom? The answer is C. Lear to Gloucester. The two sentences in the lines from Through tattered clothes to Straw doth pierce it deal with two foibles, vice and sin. About these two, the speaker says that the answer is D. Sin and vice are palpable in the weak and impalpable in the strong. You may again pause and read the following passage. In the expression, passed her hands over her face, the face is of, the answer is D. The patient. The implication of they had been strangers too long is, the answer is C. Hope and comfort had been stranger to the patient too long. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe. All the best.